Meanwhile, in the treehouse village, Starkiller was helping the players organize and steadily progress. But one of his scouts spotted the anti-cure scientists on the nearby beach and quickly alerted the others.
Star, I saw someone with full enchanted diamond armor and enchanted shield by the beach.
Someone's down there.
Wait,
there's two people down there.
A group of survivors then traveled down to the beach cautiously to meet the scientists for the first time.
There they are. There's the survivors. Come in peace.
Listen, we know we're scientists. You gotta hear us out. We did not believe that the antidote should be just kept to the scientists over there. We tried to rebel against them, and they tried to kill us all.
I don't really trust you.
Unsure about whether to trust the scientists, the survivors took the anti-cure players to the treehouse to leave the decision up to the others.
No, we're gonna help you guys.
We're
survivors.
And so, the anti-cure scientists were escorted to the top of the tree, where the other survivors were waiting. And after their past experiences in the prison, they were understandably afraid.
Hey, we're peaceful. We're peaceful.
They're friends.
Hey, listen up. We, on our island, discovered this antidote, and we realized that the best decision is to spread it to both scientists and survivors. But the other scientists didn't agree with us. They wanted to keep the antidote from you all, and they exiled us and killed us in search of this antidote, and we will help you revive all your friends.
The antidote dripstones are stored in a house at the center of their camp, and we can help you retrieve them.
Scientists, if you're really willing to help us like this, then we'll be happy to have you.
Jesse, we need to cook antidotes.
Jesse. The anti-cure scientists were accepted into the survivor civilization as they both had a common enemy, and although they completely made up their reasons for defecting, they wanted to help the survivors escape the island and decided to share their valuable information about the rescue beacon and the antidotes.
There's a way you can escape the island. We need to attack the lab. At the bottom, there's a beacon that contacts the outside world, and we can be rescued by the military.
With just 5 days remaining until the scientists' reinforcements arrive, the survivors finally had the information they needed on how to escape the island. But the scientists, who they would eventually have to fight, were still extremely powerful. In order to face them, they would need strong leadership and battle tactics to stand a chance. And conveniently, both civilizations were then given a chance to elect a leader in the next world event, the king election, where one player from each civilization would be chosen as king, gaining a protection 5 crown and double health. The survivors then gathered around their speech podium, and Tarpor gave a very powerful speech.
Let me tell you a story. It's a story about an innocent group of people whose only offense was supposedly being like unsubscribed to silver. It's a story about a people who were hindered at every step of their progression yet remained victorious. This is our story. This is our people. I know that if you guys elect me a leader, that we will be able to work democratically and effectively.
Tarpor was immediately chosen as king, with all of the survivors gaining hope from his leadership. Over on the Scientist Island, players gathered in their town hall to discuss their future, and one player instantly met all of their criteria.
We need to elect somebody who's willing to take us to the other side to bring us to glory. We can't just elect somebody who's gonna sit back and do it.
Yeah, realistically, a massive war is imminent, and we need a strong leader who's gonna lead us to victory.
We need to get people revived. We need power in numbers.
After proving himself by outsmarting the anti-cure scientists and reviving over 15 zombies into their civilization, Eyes was elected as king, and immediately both leaders were about to be tested with having to lead their people through the next world event, the Blood Moon. This means permanent nighttime for 3 Minecraft days, and hugely increased amounts of mutant zombies.
Yeah, we need glass balls.
Oh god.
A horde of zombie ravagers and pillagers charged into the scientist camp, throwing the players into panic.
There's a Ravager!
I just got withered.
But this blood moon was also beneficial for the scientists, as now they had control over the dripstones. They had prepared 4 antidote potions, which they used on pillager zombies to increase their numbers from 32 to 36. They also came up with a strategy to counter the ravagers.
There's one over here in the water. Oh, I killed it.
But one scientist who was hiding in the water was then attacked by sharks.
Help! Help!
The scientists then cleared out the zombies from their camp with 1 casualty, but their 4 revivals put them in an even stronger position. The survivors, however, were caught completely off guard when ravagers begun descending from the canopy of their treehouse.
Go to the edges and get up high!
Oh god, they're coming down. Rox, we gotta get this cure. Hey, Squeaky, you good?
Everyone just get up and get safe!
Bro, what happened to Squeaky?
In a panic, the survivors struggled to defend themselves.
Do not open the doors! They can't hit you if you're inside! Go!
Wait, how did he lose? What happened?
He died to a ravager.
Gosh, dang it! What were the names of the scientists that are among us?
Among Us?
And with nowhere to run, 7 players fell to the extremely powerful zombie ravagers. Tarpor, their king, however, decided that the survivors had suffered enough losses.
We have faced too many injustices as a people, and these scientists have the gall and the audacity to say, oh yeah, hey, we did a little oopsie-doopsie in our lab. No, dude, they were taking people from ourselves and experimenting them and turning them into zombies. So we're gonna lead out a group against the scientists and defeat them.
Yo, guys, we can do this. We just gotta steal their dripstone, and then we can just keep reviving each other.
Seawalk Rocks and Efbo, you guys distract them on the bridge. We'll build a giant skybase with assault from above.
And so the first stage of their plan to escape the island begun. If they could steal the dripstones from the scientists, they could hugely increase their numbers and stand a chance at raiding the laboratory later on. 2 highly skilled survivors named Time Dio and Inhumanly then started constructing a bridge in the sky, while the anti-heal scientists ran to the bridge on the beach to catch the other scientists' attention.
War's coming. There they are, those traitors.
They can hear us.
Dude, they are stacked.
Listen up. Let's get one thing straight. When these walls go down, Ice is gonna be killed. Back up, back up, back up. Yeah, tell him, Rock, tell him.
The distractions were working, and the survivors had just completed their bridge. All of their players were now gathered directly above their targets, and the final step was to steal the antidote source.
So what are we doing? What is the plan?
We're gonna try to take control of their revival thing.
But there was a problem. Ice had appointed 4 guards to the antidote dripstones, and the scientists still heavily outgeared almost all of the survivors. This battle would be riding on the few skilled players with enough gear to fight back. And Humanly then came up with the idea of using boats to parachute down directly onto the building with the antidote. If this worked, they could take the scientists completely by surprise.
Get a partner and go with them because we want boats to also escape with.
Fill the boats, fill the boats, fill the boats.
The survivor army then moved towards the edge of the platform in their boats, ready to give their lives in hope of reviving their fallen teammates.
We're gonna march to the gates of hell together, brothers. Let's do this.
This is our final stand, my people. We take back everything that was stolen from us. Take back what was stolen.
Hey, one off!
People are skydiving him!
It was now time for the battle to begin. Time Dio and the other survivors led the assault, capturing a scientist tower while the scientists still didn't know they were under attack. Time Dio then dropped a TNT minecart onto the beach where multiple unaware scientists were standing and instantly took 2 of them down.
Ow! What?
The fighting had begun. After just a few seconds, 2 survivors were instantly eliminated by the scientists' overwhelming power. However, half of the scientists still didn't know they were under attack.
Bro, what is going on?
Yo, shank this guy in netherite, bro. Shank this guy in netherite.
Bro, you're literally fighting the air. You're lagging. There's no one there, bro.
Inhumanly, go get the dripstone. Me and the others will cover you.
In an attempt to buy Inhumanly time to steal the dripstones, Time Dio took down 5 scientists by himself.
Got him. Oh.
I'm running. So
Got another? Got another?
While the anti-cure scientists swam to the beach by Ice's house and distracted the most geared scientists, just about staying alive. Meanwhile, at the antidote building, Inhumanly and the other survivors then took down the players guarding the roof, and he then climbed down the ladder to face the 2 guards by himself. Inhumanly had recovered the dripstones and immediately gave the signal for all of the survivors to retreat back to their island. And after losing only 3 players while eliminating 10 scientists, their assault was hugely successful.
Oh wait, we just stole all of their revival stuff? Oh my god, that was successful as all get out.
I don't know what happened, but our dripstone's gone. I don't even know what happened.
A survivor also decided to bring a friendly scientist back with him to the treehouse, which didn't end too well.
Hey, I only have coal.
I have a friend. He's friendly.
Hey,
who's friendly?
He's chill.
Scientist?
He's chill.
Yo!
Oh! Dang. Hey, bro, Gross, why are you swimming?
With the antidote dripstones now in their control, the survivors returned to the treehouse, placed the dripstones, and finally, after their long and harsh journey, they started using the antidote to bring back their teammates.
We need to revive these people.
Should bring you back some lives.
I'm grabbing them up. Alright, we got a lot of antidotes.
Yeah, we've got 41.
Nice.
We've got 42.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my bad, my
You're
bad.
welcome back.
Brothers, I'm back.
Coming back, I need the antidote.
I am back.
You're welcome.
Tarpor, I'm back.
Dude, Crux, dude, I'm so happy. Yo, take these pants, bro. Take these pants.
Bro, pants?
Hey, guys, welcome back.
What's up, Rudy?
Hey,
Let's go! Let's go! Wake up! Come on, wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
Yeah! Yo, let's go! Gold, you're back! My scout! Yes! And also, welcome back, Shield!
Hey, guys, This is the first wood I mined in 5 hours.
Damn it, Tix! Come on back, brother! Splash him! I just want to say thank you guys for being by my side like this. It's very heartwarming. You guys are genuinely the best.
The survivors increased their numbers all the way up to 45, with the many friendships that were formed on this island reunited. However, the scientists having control of the antidote dripstone for multiple days allowed them to stockpile antidotes and were still increasing their numbers, currently at 34.